Hello, economic explorers. Have you ever paused to think about the incredible, intricate dance that is our global economy? It's not just numbers on a screen, it's the very lifeblood of societies, influencing everything from the coffee in your mug to the future of nations. Today, we're diving headfirst into the exhilarating world of economics, peeling back the layers to understand the magnificent mechanisms that shape our lives. Get ready to have your mind blown by the sheer scale and ingenuity of it all. First up, let's talk about the absolute cornerstone of economic measurement, gross domestic product, or GDP. This incredible figure represents the total monetary value of all finished goods and services produced within a country's borders in a specific time period. It's like the ultimate scoreboard, telling us if an economy is growing or shrinking. A robust GDP growth signals prosperity, new jobs, and innovation. For instance, the global GDP reached an astounding $105 trillion in 2023. That's a staggering testament to human productivity and ingenuity. Now, let's tackle a concept that sparks fear in the hearts of many: inflation. This isn't just about prices going up, it's about the purchasing power of your money going down over time. Imagine that. If inflation is at, say, 5%, your dollar buys 5% less than it did a year ago. It's a silent, relentless force that impacts everything from grocery bills to retirement savings. Central banks work tirelessly to keep it in check, aiming for a sweet spot around 2 to 3% annual inflation to maintain economic stability without stifling growth. A delicate balancing act. Speaking of central banks, their most potent tool for controlling inflation and stimulating growth is, without a doubt, interest rates. Think of them as the economy's steering wheel. High rates can cool an overheating economy by making borrowing more expensive, thus reducing spending and investment. Low rates, conversely, encourage borrowing and spending, injecting life into a sluggish market. This push and pull directly affects everything from your mortgage payments to how much businesses invest in expansion. It's a powerful lever. Let's put those interest rates head to head. On one side, we have low interest rates, making it cheaper to borrow, stimulating consumer spending and business investment, which fuels job creation and economic expansion. But beware, too low, and you risk asset bubbles and runaway inflation. On the other side, high interest rates make borrowing expensive, cooling down inflation and preventing bubbles, but at the risk of slowing economic growth, increasing unemployment, and potentially triggering a recession. It's a constant tightrope walk for policymakers, balancing growth against stability. Beyond the abstract numbers, the economy is fundamentally about people. The labor market is the beating heart of it all. It's where individuals offer their skills, talent, and time in exchange for wages, which then drive consumer spending. Key indicators like the unemployment rate, labor force participation, and wage growth give us a snapshot of its health. A vibrant labor market means more people earning, more people spending, and ultimately, a stronger economy. This dynamic interplay is what truly powers our societies forward. Have you ever stopped to consider how that smartphone got into your hand, or how your breakfast cereal made it to the shelf? It's all thanks to the incredible, complex web of global supply chains. These are the arteries of the world economy, moving raw materials, components, and finished goods across continents. Recent years have exposed their vulnerabilities, from port congestion to geopolitical tensions, reminding us just how interconnected and fragile these vital networks can be. When they're disrupted, the ripple effect is felt globally. Prepare for transformation. Technology isn't just changing what we do, it's fundamentally reshaping how our economy operates. This is creative destruction in action, where new innovations like AI, automation, and blockchain disrupt old industries while simultaneously creating entirely new ones. Think of how streaming services revolutionized entertainment, or how e-commerce changed retail forever. This relentless wave of innovation fuels productivity, drives new markets, and constantly redefines the landscape of work and wealth creation. It's truly electrifying. Let's talk about you. Consumer spending is the colossal engine driving demand in most modern economies. It accounts for a staggering 60-70% of GDP in many developed nations. When people feel confident about their jobs and future, they spend, buying everything from new cars to dining out, injecting cash into businesses and creating jobs. This mighty force of aggregate demand is constantly monitored by economists and policymakers, because a confident consumer is often the clearest signal of a healthy and growing economy. Simply amazing. Beyond immediate consumption, a critical driver of long-term economic health is investment. This isn't just about stocks and bonds, it's businesses building new factories, investing in cutting-edge research and development, or upgrading their technology infrastructure. This capital expenditure lays the groundwork for future productivity, innovation, and job creation. Think of it as planting seeds for tomorrow's harvest. Investment decisions today determine the economic landscape of the next decade, making it a powerful indicator of future potential and confidence. The world is flatter than ever, thanks to globalization. This incredible phenomenon describes the increasing interdependence of economies, cultures, and populations around the world. It's driven by cross-border trade, technology, and flows of investment. While it has lifted millions out of poverty and fostered unprecedented innovation, it also presents challenges, from job displacement in some sectors to heightened vulnerability to global shocks. The sheer scale of goods and services crossing borders is mind-boggling, over $28 trillion in global trade in 2023 alone. Let's weigh the incredible impact of globalization. On the pros side, it fosters economic growth by expanding markets, encourages innovation through competition, and often leads to lower prices for consumers. Who doesn't love more choices and better deals? But let's be honest, it's not without its drawbacks. The cons include potential job displacement in developed countries, increased income inequality as some benefit more than others, and heightened environmental concerns due to increased shipping and production. A truly complex balance. Dive into the formidable arsenal of monetary policy, wielded by central banks like the Federal Reserve or the European Central Bank. Their mission: price stability and maximum employment. How do they do it? Through a fascinating toolkit including setting interest rates, we just talked about that. Engaging in quantitative easing, QE, or tightening, and managing bank reserve requirements. These powerful instruments influence the money supply, credit availability, and ultimately, the entire economic trajectory. It's a delicate, high-stakes game. While central banks use monetary policy, governments have their own powerful lever: fiscal policy. This involves the government's decisions regarding taxation and public spending. During a downturn, governments can boost the economy by increasing spending on infrastructure or offering tax cuts to stimulate demand. Conversely, during booming periods, they might raise taxes or cut spending to prevent overheating. Managing budget deficits and national debt becomes a crucial balancing act, profoundly impacting economic cycles and public services. It's a direct intervention. Now, a critical and often contentious topic: wealth inequality. Despite global economic growth, the distribution of wealth remains highly uneven. For instance, in 2023, the wealthiest 1% of the world's population owned 43% of all financial assets. This stark disparity can lead to social unrest, hinder overall economic growth, and even challenge democratic stability. Understanding its causes, from unequal access to education to differing tax policies, is vital for building more inclusive and resilient economies. It's a profound ethical and economic dilemma. Shifting gears, let's look at the exhilarating potential of emerging markets. These are economies experiencing rapid growth and industrialization, characterized by burgeoning middle classes and immense investment opportunities. Think of countries like India, Vietnam, or parts of Africa. They often boast younger populations and significant untapped potential, driving global growth at rates often far exceeding developed nations. While they come with higher risks, the dynamism and innovation in these regions are truly breathtaking, representing the future of the global economy. An undeniable force shaping our economic future is the imperative to build a green economy. This isn't just about saving the planet, it's about massive investment into renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, and eco-friendly technologies, creating millions of new jobs and industries. Global investment in the energy transition alone hit an incredible $1.7 trillion in 2023. This shift represents a fundamental transformation of economic models, prioritizing environmental sustainability alongside growth and equity. It's a huge opportunity, and frankly, a necessity. Prepare to unlock a fascinating insight: economics isn't just cold, hard numbers. Enter behavioral economics, a revolutionary field that blends psychology with economic theory to understand why people make the financial decisions they do. It recognizes that humans are often irrational, influenced by biases, emotions, and social norms. As the renowned Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman stated, "We are not thinking machines that feel, rather, we are feeling machines that think." This field provides incredible insights into market bubbles, spending habits, and policy design. The economy isn't a straight line, it's a dynamic roller coaster of ups and downs, known as market cycles. These cycles typically involve four phases: expansion, where growth accelerates; a peak, the highest point of activity; contraction, recession, a period of decline; and finally, a trough, the lowest point before recovery begins. Understanding these predictable, yet never identical, patterns is crucial for investors, businesses, and governments to navigate periods of boom and prepare for the inevitable bust. It's an age-old rhythm. The future of work is here, and it's profoundly exciting and challenging. Automation, AI, and robotics are reshaping job markets at an astonishing pace. While some traditional roles may diminish, countless new opportunities are emerging, demanding entirely new skill sets. The key? Lifelong learning and adaptability. Governments and educational institutions are now focusing on massive reskilling initiatives to prepare workforces for jobs that don't even exist yet. The gig economy also plays an increasing role, with 35% of the U.S. workforce engaged in gig work in 2023. It's a dynamic transformation. Few forces have as profound a long-term impact on the economy as demographics. Think about it: aging populations in developed nations, declining birth rates, and global migration patterns are fundamentally altering labor supply, consumer demand, and social security systems. For example, Japan's population is projected to shrink by over 30% by 2060. These shifts demand proactive policy responses, from immigration reform to rethinking retirement ages and healthcare funding. Demographic trends are slow-moving but incredibly powerful waves shaping our economic destiny. What makes some economies bounce back from crises faster and stronger than others? It's all about economic resilience. This isn't just about sheer size but about the diversity of industries, robust social safety nets, agile policy responses, and strong institutions. Compare economies reliant on a single commodity versus those with highly diversified sectors. The diversified ones typically weather shocks far better. Building resilience means fostering innovation, investing in human capital, and maintaining fiscal discipline. It's a critical long-term goal for every nation. The world of economics is vibrant with ongoing debates, and that's a truly wonderful thing. Consider the historic clash between Keynesian and Austrian economics. Keynesians advocate for government intervention, especially during recessions, believing it can stabilize demand. Austrians, on the other hand, emphasize free markets, minimal government, and sound money, trusting in individual action and spontaneous order. These aren't just academic squabbles, they shape actual policy decisions worldwide. Understanding these different philosophies is key to appreciating the complexity of economic thought and the choices nations face. Wow! What a journey through the magnificent world of economics! From the global scorecard of GDP to the silent power of inflation, from the human engine of the labor market to the thrilling disruption of technology, we've only scratched the surface of this endlessly fascinating field. The global economy is a living, breathing entity, constantly evolving, presenting both immense challenges and incredible opportunities. Understanding its fundamental drivers empowers us all to make better decisions, anticipate changes, and truly appreciate the intricate dance of prosperity. Keep exploring,